Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I am so excited to be going through my beauty favorites because this monthly roundup, this is a good one. We have, wow, the content has been contenting this month. If you've not been following along for the month of May, we do Everyday May. We post a video every single day here on YouTube in May, and we have played with so many beautiful products. I feel like this has been my most favorite Everyday May that I've ever done. We just had so much fun creating the videos this month, and we also had a lot of fabulous beauty products, if I do say so myself. So we have a lot to get through this month, a lot of favorites. So I do just want to jump right in, but please let me know in the comments down below any products that you have been loving or not loving. I cannot believe that this month is almost coming to an end, and my friends, these are my favorites. So I'll start with a couple of skincare empties. As you do, naturally I used up another Caudalie resveratrol lift. I feel like I always have one of these on the go. I go through this very swiftly and I pour it all over my body, and it's a night serum that I love to use. And it's been a constant favorite for a long time in my skincare routine. So another bottle bites the dust. And another skincare empty that I have, which I don't talk about these as frequently, but it is a product that I use all the time and I have for a few years now. These are my ZO complexion renewal pads, and I've gone through another jar. I do cut these in half and use half of one whenever I do it. It's approved by Dr. Katie Belesne, aka the dermatologist who I've been seeing for my skin. I keep these on rotation. I use them at night after I wash my face. So these are a constant in my skincare routine, and it's always sad to see another tub go because they ain't cheap. Another skincare empty is a pricey one. Just ignore the price, okay? I received this in PR, and at first I was a little bit skeptical, but I have now since gone through an entire tube of it. This is the Dior Capture Total Hyaluronic Wrinkle Corrector. It's kind of just like a juicy, moisturizing hyaluronic acid serum that you can apply anywhere. So I've been using this as my eye cream. I've been putting it under my eyes. I use it around my mouth, and then I also put it by my ears, which we learned from a Caudalie facial that we had years ago in Bordeaux. Which is a wild thing to even say out loud, but I've not used many of the Dior beauty skincare products, and this was one that I was like, wow, that was great. I do have a backup. She is spendy. It is a Dior product. Let's just, you know, put it out there. There are many other available eye creams that you can find on the market, but this has been lovely, and I have been pouring this all over my face. So loved that, and was sad to see that go. Now jumping right into other kind of skincare favorites, this one is technically a product that I do have here, but I did use one up, and I don't know if you guys have seen the Josie Maran rebrand, but they rebranded and totally repackaged their body butters, body scrubs, and this is so cute. I am obsessed with this. So these are their travel size body butters, and the packaging on these is so adorable. I can't get over it. All the imagery that they did. They have these cutie little travel size ones, then they have the big refill jugs that you can put into the actual containers. I would just use these. Like, I think these are perfectly fine. Honestly, I didn't even realize that it was a refill at first. I thought this was just the new packaging, which it technically is for the travel, but they have like the little jars that you can use and actually pour the product into. But I just love these. These are so cute. I am all for this. And the travel size ones I brought with me on my trip this month, and it was so nice to have. As a very, very dry skinned gal, it's kind of hard to find like nice body lotions in travel form. So I was so excited when I saw these. I can't get over the packaging and rebranding. It's so cute. And the product itself is so beautiful. I used one up while I was away. There's a few different scents. The one I used up was the vanilla. I also love the topless tangerine. Very, very cute. Fabulous. Love these. Such an exciting new route and new look for Josie Maran. I love those. Okay, moving swiftly along to the base products, because we tried a lot of base products over the month. And I have to say, just before I jump into it, I can't quit the Haus Labs foundation. I'm just going to be honest. Even after trying all of these different products, the one that I have been feeling the best in, that my skin's been loving the most, has continued to be the Haus Labs foundation. So I have this one in the shade 110. I also have 160 for my more tanned self, and this is a more full coverage foundation than I would typically go for in my daily makeup routine, but I just feel like it gives me the most flawless, natural, glowing finish, and I just feel really good whenever I wear this. So even though we tried a lot of products, I still found myself going back to this repeatedly, and that's even on top of all of my other favorites. This has really been the one for me. So it's been hard for me to quit this, but we still tried some other products. I'm just gonna first say the MAC Strobe Dewy Skin Tint for me was definitely more of like a glowy base, not a skin tint. This is like very, very glowy. It's really just like a slightly more tinted strobe cream, which I would still just use as a base and want to put something on top of that. So for right now, it wasn't like my favorite go-to product, but I feel like for the summertime, when I really want to emphasize that glow, my makeup is much lighter. I'm really opting for that more glowy look. I feel like this with like a tinted sunscreen, maybe a little concealer on top could totally be the vibe. But for right now, I was like, it's a little bit too much for me at the moment. But if you're looking for a very, very glowy base, this is one that you could potentially enjoy. The other product that we put to the test was the Revlon Serum Tint. And I'm actually going to loop this in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit. Soft Lit, yeah. These two base products were two of the other ones that we put to the test this month. And I have to say, I just have very, very dry skin, and that can be really annoying with many base products. And that's why I'm so picky with my base products, because even if something looks really, really good immediately, and maybe for the first few hours when I'm wearing it, I think the true test for me is as the day goes on and as my skin gets so dry and like cracky and sore around my mouth, there are very few products that can still look good beyond that point. This is one of them. The Chanel base is one of them. There's a lot of favorites that do work for me, but for both of these, they were just very much, in my opinion, catered to more like normal to oily skin, because they were just a little bit dry, and throughout the day I feel like my texture just got really, really emphasized. So even though I really enjoyed it at first, on top of my moisturizer, my skin was looking glowing, very nice. These weren't like long wearing products for me. I just found that my skin looked very, very dry and very matte and textured by the end of the day for both of these. So that's coming from someone with severely dry skin, so that would not be the case for everybody. I'm curious to hear any of you who have tried it, how you get on. You could also just use something a little bit more thick and very hydrating underneath it if you wanted to make it work. I think the Revlon Serum Tint was like very, very beautiful, but again, just not the most long wearing option for me. It was kind of like I had a few good hours where I was like, wow, this looks so good, and then beyond that it was like, eh. Quick mention and love to the little Lisa Eldridge skin tint. This is still fresh. I've only put this on my face twice, so I just wanted to say this will have to be for like a June final reveal and final thoughts, but loving what I'm seeing so far. Very, very light, very beautiful, and those are kind of all of the bases that we've had going on. There's been a lot of action on the skin this month, that's for sure. I gotta give some quick love to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, because this is a product that I've definitely used in the past. I've had it in my makeup collection before. Never thought twice about it. Never was amazed by it. I'm in a new phase of life now. I've been loving this. At the end of April, I did a shoot in Toronto with Nude Sticks and with Kevin Kodra doing my makeup, and he was like, girl, let me just pour this all over your face. And I was like, okay, Kevin, all right. And since then, I've kind of clocked in to noticing how many people actually use this and love it. Armene, my hairstylist Armene, is obsessed with this, raves about it. She couldn't fathom why I did not like it before. And you know, same, now that I've been using it, it does have a lot of fragrance, but it's not one that makes me like feel itchy or sneezy, which a lot of things can do. Like, it is just a very nice calming scent, and it just makes my skin feel wet, which I love, honestly. As far as whether or not it helps with the longevity of my makeup, I don't know, but it feels great. And there hasn't been anything to rival my Benefit setting spray for a long time. So the fact that I've been reaching for this, and I went and picked up the travel size version to take on my trip too, kind of says something. So I've really been enjoying that. Thank you to Kevin for your magic and mastery, and for the sublime recommendation. As far as the rest of the makeup goes, honestly, we've been using the same products over and over again. I wanted to give a little love to the Freck lip liner, because so many of you recommended that I try these, and I did recently pick it up. My favorite of the two shades that I picked up was definitely number 3, and I really like this formula. I like the packaging. It's very cute and like kind of gives old vintage vibes, which is really fun. And I like the formula because there's a lot of lip pencils that I use that are very, very creamy and very wet, and sometimes it can be a little bit slippy on the lips, you know, like I tend to just rub it all over. And then on the flip side, there's some lip pencils that are very dry, and they kind of just make your lips feel more dry, and they're just like a little bit too matte. This is a very nice in between. Really love the color, love the formula. Packaging is cute. Nothing but great things to say about that. So you guys know what's up. Thanks for the recommendation on that. For blush, my favorites are very, very clear. That would be the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. This one's in the shade Bold Pink. I can't get enough of this. I bought these the second they were launched this month and did my review, and I was like, wow, this is such a beautiful color. I'm obsessed with the bright pink. Love the packaging. Love everything Luminous Silk from Armani, let's be honest. I wore it on its own. I wore it on top of everything mixed with all of my other favorite blushes. It's very dewy, very juicy, and just makes your skin look so healthy. I haven't even touched the other colors, I'm gonna be honest. I really haven't played with them and bold pink has been the one that has ruled the roost for me. And then I also just got to post a little TikTok in collaboration with Armani, which I was very excited. So all love here for this. Then to follow up, I couldn't believe my love for the Nude Sticks Sunkissed. Again, when I was in Toronto visiting the Nude Sticks fam, Taylor Frankel was wearing this. And I was like, excuse me, what shade is that? What is this glory? We all know and love the Sunkissed blush, the OG stick blush that they have, but I hadn't tried the SPF version. I just had looked at it and I thought, oh, that's gonna be too deep for my skin tone. Oh boy, was I wrong. This is such a beautiful shade, and the fact that it has SPF as well, this is going to be my go-to blush for the summer. Hear me now. This on top of it, this little combo, oh my god, it's so good. It's just like the perfect juicy, bronzed, glowing, healthy look to the cheeks like I've never had before. So love this combo so much. These two blushes, huge favorites from this month. A quick little hair favorite, little hair update. I was feeling some type of way about all of my shampoos. Do you guys ever get where you've been washing your hair with the same shampoo over and over again, and then at some point your hair is just like, we don't like this anymore. And then my hair was just feeling like really gunky and gross, and I was just having a moment with it. I then tried the new line from Kerastase. This is the Premier shampoo and conditioner. Sorry, shampoo and fondant. Fondant fluidité. It's a decalcifying repairing shampoo for all types of damaged hair, which is mine because I continue to put bleach and highlights into my hair, so it's just always dry and crusty. This is left over from the PR package, lol. There's a lot of shampoos that I try that just leave my hair feeling very stripped. There are other shampoos that I try that leave my scalp feeling like way too oily, and I'm very particular with my shampoos, so when I try a new line that I enjoy, I'm going to tell you this is beautiful. Kerastase is very, very spendy, but I have been loving this line. My hair has been very happy, my scalp has been very happy, and I've been using it all month long. I am a creature of habit when it comes to my fragrances, and I do have quite a disgusting amount of fragrances, and I told myself recently over the last few weeks, I'm like, you just got to start playing. I wear the same fragrances over and over again for years, and that's cute and that's fine, and I support that. I support the favorites, but these are all going to waste. I had to just start playing with my fragrances. So the one that I was reaching for the most, honestly, was this Valentino one. It's very fresh, very fruity. You know that the sun is coming out and the weather's getting nicer when I start to pull out my more fruity fragrances, because I am such a dark, leather, warm, woody fragrance lover. And this one's just, it's so sweet, it's so fruity and fresh, it's so beautiful. This is the Eau de Parfum. I was looking online and it said Born in Roma, but there's nowhere on here that says Born in Roma, so I was like, I don't know, it's the Valentino Eau de Parfum. That's all I've got for you. And the packaging is like not to my taste. I don't love the studs, but the scent is delicious. Obsessed. This is the one that I was wearing the most frequently until this one came to my door. I got a little PR package from the new Bella Hadid fragrance line, and when I first saw it, I was like, ugh. Honestly, my first thoughts truly were like, oh, here we go. Another celeb fragrance line. It's giving dragon egg. I appreciate, you know what, the feeling is very nice. It's actually very satisfying to hold, this like little gem, little creature structure here. And at first, Dan actually pulled this out and he sprayed it on him. And I was like, oh, that smells very manly. Didn't think twice. Then I sprayed it on myself, went about my day, and I just found myself literally like inhaling myself. I couldn't stop sniffing myself. I was literally like, oh my god, it smells so good. Sorry, I didn't even say what it was. This is the Salted Muse. Let me just read the notes because I'm terrible at describing fragrances. This is sea salt, pink pepper, olive tree, fig, lavender, cedarwood, sandalwood, amber. It's a hydrating alcohol-free fragrance that's elevated with essential oils. You have to shake it, and guys, this smell, I don't know what kind of intoxicating heavenly crack that they have put into this bottle, but this smell, it smells so good. I'll just leave it at that. My one sadness with this is it's not long lasting. The first few hours, I'm like, wow, I can't stop sniffing myself. I look like a crazy person. I'm just walking around like, but it is not long lasting. I did find that it faded on me after the first few hours, which was a little bit sad. Whereas when I'm wearing like my Tom Ford Ombre Leather, it doesn't leave my clothing until I put it in the washer. I like my scents to be very long lasting, especially when I'm out all day long. I just don't want to have to keep spritzing it up. But I think that if they ever come out with like travel sizes of this, that would be something that I would buy and touch up throughout the day, because this is such a good smell. And then I did want to mention a candle favorite, because listen, I don't even know. Can you see all the candles in here? We've got candles for days, candles on end. People love to send candles. We got a lot of candle love in this household, but the maker, Bye! The fragrances are stunning, but I just have to give a shout out to the Gardener candle because here's a fun fact for you. We actually don't light a lot of our candles. It's one of those things where sometimes the candles just existing, just sitting there, you can get so much scent. We have one on our coffee table that like the scent is so intense just by it sitting there and existing. And that's the case with this. But this is one that we've been lighting because it's so good. Let me read the notes. Mint, basil, bergamot. This smells like something that I love to sniff and equally love to eat. I don't know what, it's so fresh and like herby and woody at the same time. It says citrus and herbs. It's just, oh my, if they turned this into a fragrance, oh, I'd be a very happy gal. It's kind of similar vibes to this. Maybe that's why I'm so obsessed, because they're really complementing each other right now. But oh, like I could just smell this all day long. And the candles and the fragrances are now available at Sephora Canada, which we also, I think we vlogged that this month too. And again, with all my candles, we keep very like woody, leathery, warm, deep scents going on. So this is such a switch up for us in the house. Oh my God, it smells so good. So good. And those are all my favorites. Those are all the things that I've been loving, some products that we've tried, some products that we've used up. And you know, it's a good pile of beauty faves this month. And I have just had the most fun with you all this month. I feel like this month was just such a good month of videos. Thank you so much for being here every day, coming back during all the videos in Everyday May. And I hope you guys enjoyed my roundup. I hope you had so much fun this month. We still have one more video to go, one more final vlog before we say goodbye to the month of May. Again, please do let me know in the comments down below all the things that you have been loving, not loving, what's been tickling your soul over the last month. And let's have a lovely little chat down there, shall we? I love you all. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow for a new Everyday May video. Bye!